but with this like remaining time, I guess, are there more things that you want to talk about in terms of like finding your spiritual journey or helping other people in theirs, or really just kind of whatever you want to talk about? I just want to open the conversation to yours.
Okay. Oh, so like as far as like my spiritual journey and helping other people, like I said, it's about actions, and it's about finding your own purpose for why you're doing it. And everyone's going to have a different view on that, and everyone is going to be ready to do that at their own time. So the only thing that I can say as far as helping other people on their spiritual journey, that it all begins with me. And I am the light. And through me shining, through me lighting myself up to be the brightest version of myself I can be, that is what will shine on other people and allow them to make the choice if they want to reflect it. But without the light, you know what I'm saying, as the option, as a guide. I'm good, man. I'm doing a little interview and shit. But that is what the people, that's how you can help people, in my opinion, is, you know what I'm saying? Like, for example, you know, I got a brother over here in the shelter with me that, you know, I respect a lot. And, you know, we didn't know each other, but, you know, I was working 2 jobs. I was getting up at 5 o'clock to be at work at 6 o'clock. I get off at 2 o'clock, right? Got to be back at the other job at 4 o'clock, and then don't get off until 12:30. Get back to the spot, get back to the shelter, you know what I mean? Eat something real quick, you know what I'm saying? Put my things away, try to get to sleep by 1 o'clock to be back up at 5. And I was doing it, you know? And the brother seen me doing it and was like, you know what? I'm about to get my ass up. If he getting up every day doing this, busting it, I'm gonna go do something. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck that. I'm gonna go do something too. All day. You know what I'm saying? Here go the brother right here, as a matter of fact. It's my man Zeke right here.
How you doing?
You feel what I'm saying? You know what I mean? We close now, you know what I'm saying? We understand each other. But he just getting off work. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't that I was like, hey, bro, you know what I'm saying? Let's have a heart to heart. Let me tell you what I know. Let me show you the way. Nah, it was just about me doing what I had to do for myself that I felt was the right thing, right? And being sincere. I mean, dead ass, doing it and not worrying about what other people think or what they got going on. And it was that attitude that kept me going. And it was my actions that gave the example for the young brother, you know what I'm saying, to reflect off of. That's what I mean by the light. I mean, the light that you have inside of you, it shows through your actions, not through your words. Words are just sounds that our mouth makes. And we have broken it down to a science and called it a language. How come? That's awesome. But it's just blah, 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 blah. It's just sounds. So when a person sees how you move and how your energy moves in motion, you know what I'm saying? That's how you touch people. And so, yeah, I mean, for me, it's all about the consistency. It's about self-reflection, self-inventory, right? It's about understanding both sides of yourself, the light side and the dark side, and realizing like you don't throw away those parts of the dark side. You integrate them and bring them into the light. That's what you do. That's how you change narcissistic tendencies into empathetic traits, is by bringing those dark traits into the light and allowing yourself to be whole in that way. Like, if I lie, I'm not going to be like, yeah, yo, I'm a liar. I'm awesome at it. You know what I mean? I'm a good liar. You're going to lie about being a liar by not telling people. And at the end of the day, it only gets worse. But as soon as you admit I'm a liar, and I be lying, you don't got to tell people that. But if you honest enough to tell your goddamn self, I'm a liar, I'll be lying all the goddamn time, and I keep on lying to the people that I love, and then they find out and they feel hurt. Then you can say, I want to stop. But if you deny it even to yourself that you're a liar, there's no way that that behavior is going to discontinue. It just won't. Until you bring it to the table and you put it on the table for yourself to analyze and look over and manipulate, there is no helping that person. If you fall down, right, and you're embarrassed that you fell, and I try to help you, and you might push me away, say, hey, bro, get off me. I got this. I'm good. You wanting to help them up wasn't help. So you can't help people that are not asking for help. If you try to help somebody that doesn't want help, you can get hurt. It's a very risky type of thing. Like, a lot of people out here are sleeping. I was sleeping. I go back to sleep from time to time. I'm unconscious in that way of knowing when I'm in control of my life, and then when my personality, my ego has taken over. Like, I'm still working on distinguishing that part of myself in that way. Sometimes it's obvious. If I'm angry, that ain't me. That's Gutter. You know what I'm saying? Gutter has come up. He's ready to handle that business because I created him to do that. You know, being a timid, kind of kid that's dealing with a lot of fear from uh, violence and abuse in the home. You know what I mean? I was the kid that beat the bully up. You're not gonna make me feel like that. I beat your ass. And now everybody like, yay, Brian, what's up, man? How you doing? And I'm the cool kid now. It changed the dynamic, having that ego, that narcissism, that ego in me. Well, having an ego doesn't make you a narcissist. Like, you know, hurting other people to get what you want makes you a narcissist. But like having that ego, that persona of myself, that, you know what I mean? I wasn't weak. I just kept building on that. And a lot of people are unaware that that is not their true self, that is really the external identification internally. It's an internal identification with something that's external. So your car gives you a certain kind of status in the community, and then your acknowledgement of your car giving you status is a part of your ego. So now you feel like more of a person because other people are saying, whoa, that car is rad. And that reaction, we like that. We like that type of attention. So our car, that's me. Who car is that? Oh, that's me. Literally, people identify with their car as themselves. And this is very dangerous in a society that is based on capitalism. Buy, sell, sell. So, yeah, the disconnect is not by mistake. It's interweaving into the way that we live. And if you are unconscious, sleeping, when someone says the things that I say, it's like I'm shaking them while they're sleeping. And that is not, to imagine somebody shaking you crazy when you try to sleep. How would you feel when you woke up? You're going to be like, motherfucker, you don't get up off my bed, I will hurt you if you don't back up and let me sleep. And that's basically what people are saying when they have to reflect on that side of themselves that they don't like. Leave me alone. Don't tell me how I live my life. Don't tell me what I need to do. Mind your business. You worry about you. Like, they will fight nail and tooth to protect their own ego, not even understanding that your ego ain't even 2% of your brain's functionality. It's, 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 it's so sad that when I come to the realization and reflect on, like, that's crazy. Like, I was letting 2% of me control 98% of me. It's like, dang. And that humbles me, you know what I'm saying, to realize, like, I'm no better than another person. I'm not better than another person because I can rap real good. I'm not better than another person because I take a shower every day. I'm not better than another person for any other reason. The word better is subjective. It's subjective. It's not a real thing to be better. It could be different, but better. It's one of those words. It's one of those words like manipulation. You know, it's one of those words like narcissist. Like when you don't have the full understanding of what it actually pertains to, like it's misunderstood. So, you know, I'll never be a better version of myself than I am now. Like this is the best version of myself right now. How I am. It's right here talking to you guys. This is the best version that I'll ever be at this point in time. And in 10 minutes from now, that may be the best version of me again. I might read something out of a book, like a quote, and it adds to my perspective that changes me in the way that I see things moving forward. Whereas though 10 minutes ago, I wasn't looking at it like that. That's the beauty of being a human, is that we all have the opportunity to evolve at any time that we desire to, that we are willing to, that we want to. Anyone, any one of us, anything can happen that can change the whole trajectory of our life. Anything, anything. Some people that are in Congress that are like millionaires at this point in time, all they had to do was get caught that time they was drink driving, right? And drunk driving, and they would have went to jail, and they probably wouldn't be the person that they are now. They was doing the same thing everybody else did, and if that one incident would have happened to them, it would change everything. And so that's how it is for everybody. I can still be a millionaire, and because I've been in prison doesn't mean anything, doesn't mean nothing, don't mean shit. It just means that I got a little season on it. You know what I'm saying? I got a little sprinkle on there. That's it. You know what I'm saying? I got a little couple of experiences that some people just don't have. And I get to, you know what I mean? I get to embody those and present myself the way that I want to, you know, and so I'll admit that without God being involved, that I'm toxic. I'm a toxic individual. I have all of the best intentions in the world, and I will help people, even when I don't want to. But I'm toxic because, like I said, I basically got two niggas inside of me. One of them is like, I don't care, fuck that shit, and then another one is like, bro, stop, slow down, think about it. It's two people. It's two of them. It's the ego and my soul, and I know that. Everybody don't know that. It's alchemy. It's alchemy to be able to subtract that bad mineral from that rock and turn it into gold. You know what I'm saying? To transmute the material into a higher form of itself. Like, that's what this is for me. I'm an alchemist. I'm working on myself though. I'm not trying to find the philosopher's stone. I'm trying to be the philosopher's stone. You know what I mean? And so that's what I'm working on. I may not succeed. But that's none of my business yet. I'm just living for now. I'm just doing what I got to do right now, which I believe is, yeah, I mean, humble myself in those times when I want to complain, when I want to criticize, when I want to judge, you know what I'm saying, when I want to ridicule and put people down and really be like critical. Thank you, God. And shut up. How do you shut the fuck up and enlighten minds at the same time? Be the example that you want people to set. Be it. Be what you want to be, the change that you want to see in this world. And it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be always fun. It's not going to always be safe. It's not going to always be freaking healthy. But if you're talking about that's what you want to see, or what this is a good idea, implement it in your everyday life, and then allow your actions to show to the people. Allow your light to shine on people through what you do. And those people that are tired of being asleep, you know, when you got your eyes closed and the light come on, you can kind of see the light. That happens to people. And then if they want to open their eyes, they say, Oh, what's that? What's going on? Right? You can't get it. You can't wake them up by shaking them. You got to make them think it's their idea to wake up by shining the light on them while their eyes is closed. So if they wake up, they're like, oh, I woke up. They don't understand. They don't even got to understand that it was you dancing. That was what woke them up. You just got to be humble and like let that go. You can't add that to your ego. Yeah, I was dancing and I woke this guy up, because it won't happen again. It won't happen again. You can't take that as a score, as a part of your personality, as a part of your personal achievements. You have to be humble and you have to just dance and stay in the moment of the dance and just dance with all your groove and all your might and all your focus. And that dance is going to work up enough light to wake somebody up, maybe. But you can't be out here just dancing to wake people up, because it don't work like that. It don't work like that. It just works by you being 100% involved in what you're doing, because that's what you love to do. And whatever happens from that is God's plan. It's God's purpose for it to be that way. And it ain't none of your business. It ain't none of my business. I'll be accountable and say it's none of my business. You know, I just need to be that guy that I want to be right now, instead of waiting to be him. I'm the best version of myself I will ever have been, from then till right now. Right now, I am me. I am. I am what I am. And you are what you are. You guys are doing a remarkable job. This is something that this is like therapy for me. Dead ass, this is like therapy for me to express some of these thoughts that I roll around in my head on a daily basis. And so accountability is very important to healing and growing. Accountability is the number one factor. Being responsible and owning your stuff. Like, if you did it, you did it. And if somebody is upset with you, you need to shut up and listen to what they're saying, if you're truly accepting that's what you did. The repercussions are all part of it. And so, growing up, I didn't have a sense of accountability. I was like, I'm going to do whatever I want. And I dare you to say something to me, and we're going to get at it. I'm going to be over there. But, yeah, I mean, it's toxic. I still got that type of attitude in me. And that's why I say I'm toxic. Don't get me wrong. I am accountable 100%. It ain't pretty, but that's what makes it beautiful. You know what I'm saying? That's what makes it so beautiful, is that I can change, as long as I admit it to myself that it's not working and that I'm hurting people by doing it. I can change. And so, that's a blessing from God. That's an insight that I gained from failure. And without the failure, I couldn't be the best version of myself right now. In comparison, the word best I'm using in comparison to the trifling shit that I did in the past. The careless, inconsiderate things that I did in the past that I'm not doing anymore. So I say that in comparison to that. That's how it's subjective, that I'm subjecting my current state in comparison to where I was at years ago. And so I am the best version of myself right now, and I feel confident and I feel awesome about that. And anybody that's around me gonna know that I'm giving them my love, that it's all love with me. And it's my responsibility to protect people from the things that I can do to them. I have to parent my own self. My inner child, that little part of myself that's like doing all the extra, that don't want to listen, that just want to be a badass little kid and don't care, that's my ego. And I gotta nurture that. I can't shun it. I can't cut it off. I can't just stop being that way. But I can start to bring those dark traits into the light and start to transmute those into positive attributes of myself that, you know what I mean, that work, that heal, that help, that's pro-social, that allow other people to be free and safe around me. And I still got my same boundaries. Like, I'm not gonna let nobody put their hands on me. You're not gonna walk over here and put your hands on me. I got something already built up for that. But to take it apart and start dismantling that mechanism inside of me, is has been and is my life's work. That is my life's work. That is what my purpose is at this point in time in my life, is to tear down all of the walls that I built inside of myself. It used to be a castle, and it turned into a prison when I was the only one in there. And I built all these walls and all of these rooms to put this in there and that in there and separate myself. And now I'm tearing it down. But those rocks, all of the rubble, now I get to use those things to build something better, something useful for myself that eventually other people can use too. And set the example by doing it. Just do it. That's what God tells me. Just do it. Just do it. I be trying to say, how though? What do I gotta do? He said, just do it. But when? Just do it. That's the end of it. That's what he tells me. So when I pray, I ask God, what do I do next? He said, just do it. Because I know. I already know. It's just there's no one shining their light on me for me to be able to follow behind. So I'm sitting there with my sticks and I'm, you know what I mean? I'm going to make a light. I'm getting up out of this. I'm going to make a light. If don't nobody want to shine their light on me, I'm going to make a light. And I ain't worried about my light shining on another person. I'm worrying about making my light. And that's what we all got to do, because we got to have empathy for ourselves. We don't even be feeling ourselves sometimes. I don't even be feeling myself sometimes. I don't even feel me. I'm like damn near numb. Only thing I can feel is the thoughts that's going through my mind about what happened and how I could have did it different, and what if I would have done this, and what if they would have said that, then I would have said this instead of what I said. Like, all of that still happens. All of that's still running through my head. So I'm toxic. But by admitting that, I'm able to change it. Will people be willing to admit their faults, their flaws, their wrongdoings in order to stop doing them? Because when I hurt someone else, I'm basically hurting myself. When I hurt myself, I could be hurting someone else, especially if they love me. So those type of things is like, it's super important to me. Like, I'm in a relationship right now, and she's afraid to move forward with me because of all of the arguing and all of the contention and resentment that we both built up for each other over, a few years. But I left Oregon and I came here, and what was holding me back was my connection to this place of Maryland. Like, my mom, my grandmother, my brothers. Like, my mom, she's like unavailable emotionally and physically. It's like she's just not there for me. And she hasn't been since I was like 16. But, there's always been a hope in my mind that we would reconnect, and that she would show me that she loved me, you know what I mean, and be there for me. But she's not going to. And by being here and having that interaction with her where I'm saying, I love you, I forgive you, goodbye, I've detached myself from something that's always held me back in my mind. And now I don't have to worry about, is she ever going to love me? No. It's okay. Now, when that comes up in my future, in my life, and I'm sitting there pondering it and thinking it over, like, what could I have done to do something different that she would have loved me? Should I have, done this more? Should I have went to college? Should I have, like, what could I have done where she would have stayed around in my life? Now, it comes up that I came to Maryland. She said she was going to come see me. She didn't come. It's the same old thing. It's not going to change. And I can accept that. And now I can move on knowing that it doesn't matter if she loves me or not. I love me. She beat that little kid that I was. Now it's time for me to take care of that little kid that I was inside of me that's still there. I got to love him. I got to teach him how to love a woman. I had to teach him how to respect himself. I got to do it. Now that is something that's positive out of it all. No matter how negative it can be that your mom doesn't love you, that she lies to you and says she's going to be there for you and doesn't. Water under the bridge. You know what I got out of it? I can love myself better than anybody else can. So night-night. Yeah, for sure. Like, that's what it's all about, man. It's not about being selfish and self-centered. Loving yourself just feels different. It just feels different because you have to make sacrifices. You have to sacrifice people, places, and things for your own personal benefit. And people, places, and things may not like it. They might be like, you acting different, you changed, you acting funny, right? Because they was using you to get what they wanted. And so for you to change, it's not a benefit for them. But, really, considering what you need and making that a priority before anything, before anybody, even your own children, that's self-love. That's true love. And the more that you cultivate that, when you give it, when you express it, when you exude it out towards other people, that's the light. That's the light that's shining, what they call an aura, vibrations, these frequencies that these different people say different words to, that's all the same thing. And it's all about cultivating that inside yourself and knowing that you are a garden, and whatever you put inside you, that's what's going to grow. You could pick the weeds out. You could find the errors, pick them out. But what are you planting weeds? No matter how much you pick out, are you planting weeds? That's the question. And sometimes you need to plant pumpkins. You need to plant potatoes. You need to plant strawberries. You know what I mean? Those things that's under the surface. You got to plant those things sometimes and allow, those and water those seeds with reading, with exercise, with prayer. Drinking a lot of water to recycle yourself so that you don't get so stagnant energetically. Water is a key component of keeping your energy refreshed naturally. You know what I'm saying? On a constant basis. It's a build-up effect. It's a cumulative, and you got to do it on a consistent basis. But water is spiritual. Water itself is spiritual. So stuff like that, keeping your body clean. You know what I'm saying? Organizing the things around you so that they're neat without clutter. You got a lot of things cluttered up. It kind of like your mind reflects off of that kind of clutter, and it kind of can have you stagnant as well. You know what I mean? Stuff like that is just it's like a daily practice of constantly reminding yourself that you are important, that you matter. And that's called internal validation. You don't need people on the outside to tell you that you're awesome. You just got to realize that you're awesome and then just do it. Just do it. Just do it. And thank God by just praying, by saying, thank you, God. Thank you, God. You can say it 1,000 times, or you can say it once. Just try it. Just try it, especially when it's going bad, especially when it ain't going good. Say thank you, God. Thank you. Because that is the humility that makes us his people. That's the humility that allows true growth to happen in your garden. God is the sun. You know, you can water it with good intentions and great actions. You can read it and plant the seeds, but God is the sun. It's what's going to feed it, what it really needs for it to be true. That's just my opinion. It's just my opinion. I'm not a preacher. I'm just another guy, but that's my point of view. And I hope that by sharing this with you guys, that, you know, it sparks something inside of you to look at yourself and see how beautiful you actually are and what you truly can do versus what you've done up to this point. Because tomorrow you get another chance to be the best version of yourself. And you done heard some stuff tonight that you probably never heard before from me. But there you go. You know, you can allow those seeds to be planted and you can water the ones that you want. And then I would just say, thank you, God. And there go the sun. And that's how we got to heal this world. That's how we do it. It's covert. Shh, don't tell nobody that we are saving the world right now. Shh, exactly. They might try to kill us.
Yeah. Much for this conversation. I mean, really just amazing opportunity to be able to sit down with you and just hear your thoughts and let you speak freely. I think this is something too that I would love to do again in the future. Reaching out to you to like any types of way that you think that we could support you or other guys and released from incarceration, in whatever forms or facets that can manifest, such as like these interviews or maybe monthly check-ins or whatever we're able to do to support you guys. Yeah.
Hey man, I'm with it. I'm gonna actually be back in Oregon on the 28th of this month. I'm moving back.
Okay.
So there's going to be a high probability that we're going to meet in person because Nate won't let me go. We brothers now. So, you know, we definitely going to be in contact in the near future. And I would love to do this again and also offer any assistance that I can to help you guys in any kind of way possible. For real, for real. I mean that.
Absolutely.
100%. Yeah. Yeah. I also just wanted to preface that, like, this was just so dope to just speak with you and like let you just like shed your wisdom.
Thank you.
100%. I do have one question for you.
Absolutely.
Before we go, if you're comfortable, what is where can people find you as far as pages or anything that you support, anything, any music at all, any businesses, pages, things that you just want to shout out or promote?
HNS. I want to shout out James Mac 3 on YouTube. He's also on DistroKid. That's my brother. Like one I was telling you about that I grew up rapping with. Those are my brothers on connections. Mine is Brian Gutter, BryanGudda. That's on all platforms, all social media platforms. Anywhere you look for Brian Gutter, you probably find me. Xbox Live, Brian Gutter. I'm the only one. You know what I'm saying? So like, you know what I mean? It's just Brian Gutter, you know what I'm saying, right now. And that's just what I'm working on. You can find me on Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, whatever, YouTube, all that stuff. I want to shout out to my friend Johnny Stalin, who's owns his own nonprofit there in Portland. Great guy. It's my brother. He bought me a bass guitar. We were just hanging out. He's like, "You want a guitar? Why not?" And he bought it for me, $200. It's the craziest gift I ever got. I want to shout out Nate Query for inviting me onto this. Mark, I forget how Mojijo. I forget how to say his last name. It's a beautiful name. But he's the one that introduced me into the music program in Columbia River. I want to give a shout out to Columbia River, to all of the brothers that's trying to get themselves together. OSP, all the brothers in there that's positive and trying to hold it down for their family till they get home. You know what I'm saying? Places like out there, just everywhere that people are incarcerated in this world. You know, just I want to say that, you know, you are the light. Everywhere you go, you got your light with you, man, and you're important. Never forget that. You know what I'm saying? And just keep your head, you know, to the Most High, and depend on God's wisdom and guidance to get you where you're going next. I want to thank the numbers for facilitating the Zoom meeting and making this possible, and giving your boy a shout out and allowing me to express myself. I appreciate you guys. All love, man. Much respect, mad respect for that. You know what I mean? Shoot, man. Who else, man? Hey, my girlfriend, Melissa Galvez, that's my baby. You know what I'm saying? She always supportive, holding me down. You know what I'm saying? I want to give a shout out to my children, Mia, Derek, Kalia, Trey. You know what I mean? Those are my reasons for being a good dad and wanting to strive to be a better man, and, you know, setting an example for them to see is very important to me. So I want to give them a shout out and let them know I love them. And, you know, just everybody in Portland right now, everybody on the West Coast, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, it's not what you think it is. Life is not what you think it is. And just reconsider. At any given time, just reconsider what you're thinking things are, and realize there's another way to see it. There's a brighter way to see it. And just allow yourself to see that from time to time, you know what I mean, until you get good at it. Just try. Just try. There's nothing wrong with trying. I mean, if you failed and you take your ass back to sleep, that's fine. I ain't gonna try to wake you up. But just try to open your eyes and see how we're connected, and that we all need the same love that you think you need. And sometimes by giving it, you're able to receive.
Yeah, thank
Real talk.
Yeah, I think we're gonna end there, but love to keep in touch.
Absolutely.
Work with you in the future. Thank you so much.
Man, thank you guys, and it's been my pleasure hanging out with you and for the last 2 hours. And man,
Has it been 2 hours? It's been 2 hours?
It's been a whop, yeah.
One other thing I'd like to add, just briefly, in working with the numbers, we have the ability to put like types of playlists for songs that you want onto the radio, including your own songs. So if that's something you'd like to do, if you wanted to get in contact with Nate, our emails together, we could put your music on the radio. Something that you would like.
Absolutely. You know, and in the near future, we'll sit down and we'll discuss that. Like, that is something I'm definitely interested in, and we'll be, you know, contacting you guys about. That is a blessing. That is like a dream come true, to be able to like put a couple of songs on the radio again, and, you know, not for the clout or whatever, but, you know what I'm saying, put that music on there, that calming, you know what I'm saying, there's a light that you need someone, you know, that good feeling music, you know what I'm saying, that just like lets you know, like, you might just be driving and you just might need to hear that, and here I go doing my thing.
That's what we're here. This is this is all what it's here for. We're part of the community. We're part of trying to make shit better in this.
Yeah.
Like, that's really all it is. And it's like, it's, you know.
Yeah.
It's just have to happen. So
I'm glad you guys could facilitate that, and, you know, you have my utmost respect and admiration, for real, for real.
I appreciate that, for real.
Yeah, thank you so much for this interview. Chance to sit down and talk with you, and hope you have a rest of your day. I wish you safe.
I will, man. I wish you guys blessings as well, man. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
You guys have a great night.